Everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. It's a monster matchup.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with you that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think Luke Shaw is a player who can really thrive here, Peter. I expect a lot of long diagonal passes from that deep left position. And he can make those long, long-resting runs looking to provide cutbacks. So we've got a ball shifter and a chance creator all in one.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Nicely intercepted. They'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Romero, and back to the goalkeeper. Doggy. Played towards the front line. Time, excellent interception. Maddison. Oh, looking to orchestrate a counter. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's too strong. Pedro Porro. Romero moved on forwards. Pedro Porro. Kulusevski. Maddison. Kulusevski. João Palhinha. Maddison. Shaw. Forward it goes. Mount. Aim forwards. Delicate chip through. Shaw drives it in. Defending of the desperate variety. Decent chance! And it's played forward. He's onto it in a flash. Mount. Matheus Cunha. Cleared away. They've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. Here's the delivery. Mount. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. He got himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. By the goalkeeper, João Palhinha. He has found a way through. Oh, that's a fine challenge. through. Diogo Dalot. Keeper's got with that. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Laid back in. Kulusevski. Pedro Porro. Oh, what a big tackle!
Now that's a great effort. There was very little back there to indicate what was coming.
He'll shoot here.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Udogie. Well, Palindia. Van de Ven. Goes direct to the front line. Well, that's well seen too. Played for a throw. Incoming cross. Mount. Martinez. Now who's going to be first to this? Manchester United have it back and they can go again. Played out to the right. Mount. Danger averted for now. Diogo Dalot. There are a few waiting for it. Now this could be it. There's the hit!
All he'd be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Kulusevski. Udogie. Moved on forwards.
Bentancur really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Defence has got rid of that. Oluwari. Kulusevski. And it's played forward.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Excellent. That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. Bentancur. Kulusevski. Van de Ven. Romero has gone direct here. Diogo Dalot. And it's gone back to the keeper. Maguire. Martinez. Shaw. Goes crossfield. Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. Played into them. Climbs up big. And it's a goal! things interesting. Pedro Porro. Kulusevski. Aim forwards. Udogi. Forward it goes. Clears it away. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Mount. Clears it out harm's way. Diogo Dalot. Some resolute defending there. Chance! Taken with style. 2-0 and in next to no time.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Perfect placement. A long place to keep a good for each.
But Deeds, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Played towards the other side. That is a great pick out. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Mount. Diogo Dalot. Very nicely done. Plenty waiting in the middle. Bentancur shifted upfield. So what can they make of this? Udogi. Kulusevski. Bentancur. Kulusevski. That's Kudus. And referee's awarded a free kick. Bruno Fernandes. Maguire. Casemiro. Shaw. Mount. Looks to the other side. Communication breakdown there, it seems. That is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Aim forwards. And that's a throw. Doggy.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Well, the defence have two choices: deal with the man or deal with the space. ways of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Bentancur. Maddison. Oh, it's come loose. Kulusevski. Back into the middle. This has become one superb game of football.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Pedro Porro. Maddison. Udogie. Maddison. He is through here. Ahmad. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's well done. Really robust. It's anyone's ball now. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Bentancur. Maddison. It's going to go a long way. Now it's Maddison. That is lovely. A chance to play it in. And the shot! Gently done. Mount. Maguire. Shaw forwards and with intent. Kulusevski. Kudus. Kulusevski. And they can counter here. He's found a way through. Ahmad tries to dink it in. Romero tries to clear. Bentancur. Romero. Joao Palhinha. To the keeper they go. Casemiro. Maguire plays it from a quarterback position. Pedro Porro. Kudus. Lovely bit of skill. Kulusevski. Bentancur. Hits one! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Another chance!
These early exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
Casemiro. Mount. It'll be a throw-in. Bentancur. Pedro Porro. Kulusevski. Joao Padilha. Madison. Over to the left.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Moved on forwards. Romero gets over and intercepts. Van der Beek. Up towards the front line. That was very necessary. Pleasingly open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. Mount. Mount. Oh, that's a nice ball. Defending of the desperate variety. Can he get the shot away? Good challenge. Excellent challenge. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Doggy. And it's played forward. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Martinez moved on forwards. Matheus Cunha. Ahmad. That has been cut short. Kulusevski. Matheus Cunha. Nice physical challenge. That's a foul. Free kick's been given. Spread out to the left. Forward it goes. Kulusevski. That's been paid to a pricey move. Resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, it's a beauty! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And again they hit Manchester United take the lead. Kulusevski. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Kulusevski. Romero. Kulusevski. Udogie. Maddison. João Palhinha. Maddison. Kudus! And he comes up trumps again. With the short one. Dribbling towards the centre. Defending of the desperate variety. Here comes another cross. Back out it comes. Udogie. Maddison. Fullback is in acres of space here.
Certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Udogie clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really unconvincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Kudus. Bentancur. Maddison. He's heaved it away. Manchester United put it back again. Playing crossfield, changing the point of attack. Knocks it out wide. Oh, such a clever touch. Out to the right. Diogo Dalot.
Control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Romero. Shaw shifted upfield. Well, now here's a good battle. Bicep. Big chance! Bentancur. Kulusevski. Maddison. Looking here to chip it through. And he's there to clear it. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Maguire. Calmly anticipates. Udogie. João Palhinha. Forward it goes. We're not going to make any further progress now. Pedro Porro. Bentancur.
Really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's played forward. Kudus. Kulusevski. Bentancur. Kulusevski. Oh, good spread. Ahmad. Maguire forwards with intent. Back to the goalkeeper. Romero. Driven forward. Cuts out the pass. Diogo Dalot. Matthews Cunha. Clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Ahmad. Diogo Dalot. That's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. That's too far for anyone. Pedro Porro. Kudus. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. He's shifting through the gears here. That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. Meant to be. Out to the left it goes. Lovely feet. Mount. Played out to the right. Do have a chance to counter here. Moved on forwards. He's going to be disappointed with that. Mount. Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Bruno Fernandes. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Ahmad. Mount. Shaw delivers. Tries to get it clear. Bruno Fernandes.
get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And the counter is on. It's a good ball played into space. Could have been dangerous, came to nothing. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Forward it goes. Casemiro getting this one clear. Like a break here. He's in and shapes the suit! Maguire clears it away. Kulusevski. Aim forwards. Maguire gently down. It looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Maguire. Moved on forwards. Mount. Shaw over towards the opposite flank. He's looking for the runner here. Romero getting this one clear. Mount. Chance to shoot! Bentancur. Udogie. They've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Bentancur looks to get on the end of this. He's through here. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. That has been clear. Ahmad. Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. Can he latch on to this? Cuts out the supply. Madison. There's his chance to make the counter. Kulusevski. Forward it goes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Diogo Dalot set up one goal so far. Maguire forwards with intent. Udogie. Romero. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Just more than 15 minutes till half time. Udogie. Madison played out to the left flank. And it's played forward. Madison. Now what about a counter-attack? And the shots are Kudus!
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Casemiro. Koulibaly.
Matheus Cunha really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He'd have done well to reach that. Van de Beek. Kudus. Still a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Maguire. Ahmad. Shaw. Succumbs to the pressure. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Ahmad. Diogo Dalot receives it in a wide position. So who's he picking out? Mathias Cunha! Kulusevski. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Maguire. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Casemiro shifted upfield. Maddison. That is as far as they're going to go. Aim forwards. Approach does pay off here. Kulusevski. Shaw. Strong running down that left flank. Simplicity about this contest, willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Now it's Matheus Cunha. And here's the chance to counter. Diogo Dalot. Nice control. Time to deliver. Great defending, strong and determined. The defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of it. Udogie. Ahmad. Oh, he's found some space here. Clears it away. This might spell danger. And the shot! Maddison was only too happy to help out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Does really well to win the ball there. Martinez, forward it goes. Mount, moved on forwards.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Double. And it's played forward. Maguire forwards with intent. Can he get onto this? Diogo Dalot. Forward it goes, and it's hoisted clear. Kulusevski. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That is a little undercooked. Forwards. We thought that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Moved on forwards. Kulusevski. Kudus. Pedro Porro. Interception, his positioning was spot on. Mount. Matheus Cunha. Stepping back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Double. And it's played forward. Casemiro. Martinez. Forward it goes. Oh, Red, nice interception. Udogi. Van de Ven. Moved on forwards. Bentancur is the guilty party there. Maguire reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Oh, it's Matheus Ahmad. Great chance! Kulusevski. And a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Maguire looks to the other side. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Bentancur, aim forwards, but he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Maguire, and it's played forward. It's a mighty looking ball that. Kudus. Kudus. Kulusevski. It's lofted through here. Casemiro wins the duel this time. Chance here to counter. Deftly done. Neatly clipped into space. Forward it goes. Koulibaly. Bentancur. Maddison. Udogie. Kulusevski. Bentancur. No question, that's a foul. Terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. Bruno Fernandes shifted upfield. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Bentancur, Maddison, Casemiro cuts it out. Shaw. Goes crossfield. Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes gets good distance on it. Maguire. And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper. Romero, Pedro Porro. Aim forwards. Cuts out the pass. Matheus Cunha. Mount. Bruno Fernandes looking to add to his goal. And he's certainly caught there. It's a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Over the wall, and it's Shaw. Bruno Fernandes. That's an excellent interception. Romero into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. Moved on forwards. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Casemiro. Forward it goes. Played in by Dalot. He's a shot! He scored! A two-goal cushion! Looking safe.
Manchester United clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Changed the dynamic somewhat.
Look, it's a whole different ball game now, Peter, and it's a test of how they manage affairs from here.
Udogie. That's a good run down the left. He's got away. Oh, goes in for the header. Got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games. That has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Casemiro. Aim forwards. Hit into the mid. Massive lead!
Those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't a good defender.
Kudus. Bentancur. João Palhinha. Maddison. Udogie. Over to the left. Oh, it's played into the area. Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. Played through for the wide man. Bentancur. Colin Muani. Joao Palhinha. Defending of the desperate variety. It's run loose here. Kudus!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's a clearance, but not much of one. Diogo Dalot. Oh, can he get onto this? Kudus. Kulusevski. Ahmad. Diogo Dalot. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Pedro Porro. Joao Palhinha. Udogi. Madison. Bentancur. Kulusevski. Kudus. Kulusevski. Pedro Porro. Oh, sweet feet. It's a good-looking cross. Cut it out. Bruno Fernandes. Mount. And it's played forward. Van de Beek. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Diogo Dalot. Maguire, gently done. Picks it up out wide. And that has been cleared. Moved on forwards. Kulusevski. Aim forwards. And he cuts out the supply. Bentancur. Pedro Porro. Kulusevski. Pedro Porro. And the ball's a good one. Bentancur!
Bentancur usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can though.
Kulusevski. Bentancur. Ahmad are looking to break at pace. Ahmad. Diogo Dalot. Casemiro. Diogo Dalot. And it's played forward. That's Bruno Fernandes. Great challenge, time to perfection. Ahmad. Physical challenge. He can run onto that. Shaw. Kulusevski. He's in plenty of space here. Kudus.
Manchester United, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
It's kind of a hard one to from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
Well, we're already into the second period.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Ahmad. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Tries a shot!
Someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pedro Porro. Kudus. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. Maddison. Udogi. Maddison. Bissouma.
Very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Maguire puts it away. Martinez, Diogo Dalot, who's onto it in a flash. Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Mount, out to the left it goes. And he's managed to get free. He can get that clear. Can he spark a counter here? Bissouma, Romero, Bissouma, Pedro Porro, Kudus, Bissouma, Maddison, in comes the delivery. the other side. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Kudus. Shaw. Lobbed in behind. Played into space out wide. And it's Shaw. Crossed into the box. And that's been well dealt with. Oluwari. Bentancur played out towards the right wing. He's found a way through. Well read. And the danger is averted. Casemiro gets it clear. Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. Aim forwards. Oh look! He's had a hit! It's a goal! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal!
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Manchester United go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
João Palhinha. Maddison played with finesse. Getting this one clear.
Reading it and dealing with it.
Van de Beek. Romero. Pedro Porro. Moved on forwards. Oh, red. Nice interception. Bentancur. It's a free kick for that. Bruno Fernandes proves too strong. Manchester United have a free kick. Cross-field. Diogo Dalot. Casemiro. Mount. Shaw. And it's Shaw. That's tidy. Shaw with the cross. Turns and goes back. Can he finish?
The technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Bruno Fernandes. Mount. He's found it. Bruno Fernandes. Shaw delivers. Romero clears it away. Shaw. That's very neat. The defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He has found the way through. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Romero. And it's played forward. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Spread out to the left. Forward it goes. Doggy. And that has been clubbed away. Bissouma. And that's aimed into the middle. Could move up again here. Calmly anticipates. Moved on forwards. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there.
Diogo Dalot.
Maguire. Martinez. Aim forwards. Van de Ven. Romero. Udogi. Matheus Cunha. So what can they make of this? Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Bruno Fernandes. That's a throw.
Diogo Dalot.
Diogo Dalot carries the ball down the right. And he's there to clear it. Bentancur. Van de Ven. Udogi. And it's played forward. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Maddison. Udogi. Bissouma. Mount. Shaw. Cheeky done. Matheus Cunha. Matheus Cunha's cross. Keeper's ball. João Palhinha. Bentancur. João Palhinha. Great work on the overlap. Matheus Cunha. Can he spark a counter here? Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Searching ball that into space. He's got the shot away! Yes! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
Manchester United grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Kudus. That's Kudus. Jordan. João Palhinha. Jordan. Cleared without complication. Bissouma. Kudus. Jordan. Van der Beek. João Palhinha. Floated up and over. In comes the corner. And it's been taken short. Tries to get it clear. Romero tries to cross, and it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Jordan. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
Decent hit! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
Yeah, but the two that closed them down merit the praise of a job well done.
Maguire. Casemiro.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Pedro Porro. Jordan. Romero. Bissouma. Played towards the front line. Well, that's well seen too. Mount. Matheus Cunha.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended though. It looked destined for a goal.
Kudus. Pedro Porro. Oh, that's nice. That's good play. Kudus. João Palhinha. chip through. Diogo Dalot can get it clear. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Head towards the other side. Mount. Looking to hit the front line. Ahmad. Great defending, strong and determined.
Ahmad really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Bruno Fernandes. And Bruno Fernandes! Shaw. Now, what about a counter-attack? Pedro Porro. Kudus. Bissouma. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Maddison. Now it's Bentancur. He's shooting! A real chance and a real let-off.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Bissouma. Kudus. Showing good feet. And the counter is on. Forward it goes. That's a clever looking ball. And it's hoisted clear. He is just caressing the ball. Can he deliver? Mount. Aim forwards. And they could break here. Bissouma. Kudus. Good work on the right flank here. Managed to get it away. Bissouma.
Manchester United might just have gone into conservation mode here. Their focus now is clearly to just hold on.
Unlike their opponents who have to do precisely the opposite, and time is running out on them. Diogo Dalot. Maguire. Moved on forwards. And it's Shaw. Take by the keeper, he's read that well. the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Diogo Dalot. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. They'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Bissouma moved on forwards. That'll be a throw. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Bruno Fernandes. This is good. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Pedro Porro. Richarlison. Pedro Porro. Bentancur. Pedro Porro. Udogi. João Palhinha. Udogi. Casemiro attempts a clearance. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Bissouma. To the right, Bentancur, João Palhinha, Madison, that's not the cross he had in mind, and there's his chance to lead the counter. To the left it goes. Mount in with the challenge. And that does look a foul. If he's given a free kick. Great header! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's come loose. Aim forwards. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Diogo Dalot forwards with intent. Oh, the shot! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display, what a player.
Manchester United totally rampant here.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
João Palhinha. Maddison over towards the opposite flank. Bissouma. Does really well to win the ball there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the crowd aren't happy. They wanted a shot and it didn't arrive.
Mount. Ahmad. Played in by Dalot. Bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Bissouma. João Palhinha. Maddison. Over to the left. Quite squeezed that one through. Gets a foot in here. Bissouma. Forward it goes. Excellent interception. Chance here to counter. Ahmad looks to clip it forward. Bentancur. Udogie. João Palhinha. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Maddison. Pressing's intense and it's played off. He has been fouled there. straight. That's put paid to a promising move. Moved on forwards. Cleared away. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Pedro Porro. Richarlison. Richarlison. Pedro Porro. Oh, good ball! Played out wide. Richarlison. And out it comes again. It's a throw. Bissouma. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. João Palhinha. Pedro Porro. Bissouma. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Now then, the ball's come loose. They've been given a corner. It's a loose ball. Maddison moves short. Now it's Maddison. Now here's the delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. Richarlison in towards the middle. Ahmad. Maguire looks to the other side. Shaw. And it's played forward. Now the breakaway. It's Colin Muani!
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Moved on forwards. João Palhinha. Doggy. Pretty, got options in the box if he gets his head up.
And that's what we all say. Indecision is fatal.
Oh, easy pickings there. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Richarlison. Pedro Porro. Richarlison. He is just caressing the ball. That's a nicely weighted pass. Richarlison looking to get on the end of this. Tries to get it clear. Aimed in towards the centre. Punched away. Chooses to go back. Pedro Porro. Joao Palhinha. Comes to the pressure. Taking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Goes down, nothing given. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part of a forward's duties.
Ball's gone out of play. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Has been cut short. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He is through here. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Maddison. Romero. Bissouma. Richarlison. That's good play. Richarlison in into the middle. In with it!
I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either. But that was squeaky clean.
Oh, super find. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration. It's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Clears it away. That's good spread. Pass is intercepted. And here's the chance to counter. Shaw. Played out to the right. Diogo Dalot. Maguire, aimed forwards. Pedro Porro. Romero. Pedro Porro. João Palhinha. Oh, looking to break the pace. Looking for a decent ball in. It's corner. Cleared away. Madison. Martinez. Maguire. And it goes cross-field. Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Doggy. Bentancur. Lovely ball and a real chance now.
He's good enough for that challenge. Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. Obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Oh, it's come loose. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Doggy. It's a foul right on the edge of the box. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
He's got to be in here. That's a brilliant interception. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of the forward's duties.
Bissouma. Bentancur. Richarlison. Shaw does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Diogo Dalot. He's got away. Diogo Dalot looking to run onto it. Oh, that's neat. Can he deliver? Romero is there, and he can get that clear. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Koulibaly. Changes him with that pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Lovely feet. Plenty waiting in the middle. Now it's Bentancur. Defending the ball from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Wins the duel this time. Well, that's well done, really robust. Deftly done. Forward it goes. Out. Bruno Fernandes. Nicely intercepted. Bentancur, and they can counter here. Udogie. Maguire forwards and with intent. Do have a chance to counter here.
Diogo Dalot.
Ahmad. Matheus Cunha. He came in hard, very hard. Nothing wrong with that tackle, all won cleanly. Out to the left it goes. Well, that's well seen too. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Casemiro cuts it out. Shaw. Bissouma, Pedro Porro, oh it's Richarlison, showing good feet, into the box, oh shooting chance! Now what about a counter-attack? Bruno Fernandes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bruno Fernandes has got himself a free kick. There could be trouble here. And for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. This is good. That's the talking to, I think. Yes, it is. An absolute peach. And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified. That was beautiful. Something close to genius. Van de Beek. Udogi. Great defending, strong and determined. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Bruno Fernandes looks to get on the end of this. Bissouma, Bentancur, Richarlison, Pedro Porro. Laid back in. Diogo Dalot can get it clear. Bissouma, chance to finish.
Playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
Keeper takes decisive action. Diogo Dalot shifted upfield. Romero. Bissouma. Forward it goes. That has been cut short. Bruno Fernandes. Playing crossfield, changing the point of attack. Maguire. Bruno Fernandes. Ahmad. Nice physical challenge. Bentancur, Maddison, that's Matthias Cunha. Mix of good defending and indecisive passing, no progress. Van der Beek. Pedro Porro. Richarlison. Pedro Porro. That has been knocked clear. Proves too strong. Richarlison. Now it's Bissouma. Richarlison. Mount. Make a break here. Cuts out the supply. And it's played forward. Pedro Porro. Moved on forwards. And he's there to clear it. Spread out to the left. Can he latch on to this? It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. The season on the way. Richarlison. Romero. Udogi. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Oh, good spread. Deep cross. Maguire with the clearance. Diogo Dalot. Romero. Richarlison. Bissouma. Pedro Porro. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Succumbs to the pressure. Could move up a gear here. Bruno Fernandes. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Udogie looks to bypass the midfield. So much on it. That's the keepers. Well timed, excellent interception. Matheus Cunha. Oh, it's Bruno Fernandes. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, he's found. There's the shot!
It might sound too dismissive, but from here, that looks the harder thing to do.
Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
And he's there to give it away.
When they were exposed and vulnerable, he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal there.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Has been knocked clear. Bentancur. Aim forwards. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. This could be their final throw of the dice. It's been taken short. Simons, and a shot! The manager called on him, and he was only too happy to repay that fault.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact shot.
But it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Forward it goes. Mount. Maguire. Bruno Fernandes. Played towards the other side. Shaw. Oh, red. Nice interception. Van de Ven. Aim forwards. João Palhinha. Bissouma. Richarlison. Lovely bit of skill. Bissouma. João Palhinha. Out to the left it goes. Clears it away. Can he spark a counter here? Physical and effective. Udogie. Simons. Now it's Bentancur. João Palhinha. Does really well to win the ball there. Maguire. Diogo Dalot. Bernard. Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. Bruno Fernandes. Mount. Bruno Fernandes. Richarlison. Pedro Porro. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Pedro Porro. Richarlison. Pedro Porro. Richarlison. That's nice. Richarlison with the cross. They've played it short. Bissouma. And the defence can get it. Udogie. Moved on forwards. Simons. Simons cross. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. The ball has been blocked away. And it's played forward. Bentancur. Bentancur. Before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example. That means just one thing: match ball. Now, this has been an immense contribution from Luke Gray. It's been just about unplayable. An irresistible force there. Still trying to make a game of this.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Diogo Dalot is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Udogie. Romero. João Palhinha. Romero forwards and with intent. Richarlison. Richarlison is making a foray down the right. Flings it across. Well cut out. That margin for Eric Berra too. Bruno Fernandes. Mount. And it goes cross-field. Diogo Dalot. Ahmad. Diogo Dalot. Looks to clip it forward. Only partially clear. Palhinha. Aim forwards. Simons. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Watch Richarlison. Richarlison. That has sent him straight. Well, it's chipped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. And obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
But it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That's been drilled forward. And he's heaved it away. Bruno Fernandes. Mount. Clears it out of harm's way. Forward it goes. Udogi. And back to the keeper they go. Maguire. Bruno Fernandes. Bissouma, João Palhinha, played in with accuracy. Maguire gets across to intercept that. Martinez, Shaw, gently done. Driving on, a real charge here. Palhinha, Romero, Bissouma, moved on forwards, calmly anticipates. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Simons. Maguire cuts out the pass. Forward it goes. It's gone for a throw-in. João Palhinha. Out to the right. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, such a clever touch. Ignatius Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. And the counter is on. Out to the right. Richarlison, Bissouma, Pedro Porro, aim forwards, nicely intercepted. Ignatius Cunha, Ahmad, Diogo Dalot, Maguire, and it's played forward. He is onto it in a flash. Simons. Simons. Good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Simons. Bissouma. And the shot! Supported on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Bruno Fernandes. Can he get onto this? It's a promising position, and he's onside. So who's he picking out? This is gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. He knew it was coming. That's a yellow card. He just seemed to be in considerable discomfort. So I hope it's nothing serious. Bruno Fernandes. Mount. Richarlison. Bentancur. Van de Ven. Udogi. Bentancur. Bentancur was fouled.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Maguire looks to the other side. Martinez. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, can he get onto this? Now that's well seen too. Simons. Sarr. Simons. Udogi. João Palhinha. Udogi. Casemiro. This is gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
To keep that out. They've played it short. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Back into the middle. And that was thrilling. A game of chaps and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
It can be difficult at times